Welcome. Today we're going to be going over how to install the PrimeNet Employee App that will allow you to clock in and out from your smartphone. So the first thing you'll want to do is go to your Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And then we're going to search for PrimeNet. And we see it come up here, Employee App. Obviously, I've searched for it and done this on this emulator before, so it comes up rather quickly. But I'll click on the PrimeNet Employee App, and there we go. We can see it here. A little circle with some bubbles in there and PrimeNet in the middle. From here, we're going to select Install, and then we can see that it's pulling that down through and installing this for us. Once installed, you may need to go to your applications and then move that to one of your home screens if desired. Right now, I'm just going to click Open from here. And you're able to review the privacy policy. We don't share any details with any third party or with even any other companies or anything like that. This is simply an app for you to be able to clock into your company. There's no advertisements. There's nothing involved on it. There's no marketing tracking or anything like that. So you can go through and read everything here and then click I agree at the bottom. You'll need to allow location and the camera, possibly media storage if it asks. It depends on the phone and the operating system. So we click allow, and the camera one would come up at a later point as soon as we enter this in, more than likely. The things we need to put in is going to be the server URL, our specific company code, our card or badge ID, and the PIN number that has been given to us. For the server URL, we will enter that. https://PrimeNet and the number 9 dot PrimeNetTime.com. And there are 2 T's in PrimeNet Time. You see, I'm using capital letters here. You don't have to. I just put them in here to make it easier to see the differentiation. But https://PrimeNet9.PrimeNetTime.com. From there, we'll enter our company code. Again, your supervisor will have this for you. Your card ID. And then you'll also enter a PIN that you've been given. From there, we simply click Login, but you'll notice down below, we've got English and Espanol. So if it makes it easier to know what to put where in Spanish, you can utilize that, or the default English here, whichever you're more comfortable with. Once we have our information entered, we click Login. And there's where pictures and record video. This is a standard Android thing, basically being able to use the camera. There's no video at all taken with this. Some companies may request that the app take a picture of the employee that is clocking in or out, but that's the only thing. We still need to allow this, and now we can see what's available to us. Now, not every company will take advantage of using all of these. You may simply have in and out, and that's it. You may have in and out, start lunch and end lunch, but break is also available and transfer is also available. Just, again, depends on your company policy on how they want you clocking in and out. So to clock in, we just click in, and to clock out, we would click out. If you're set up to maybe enter different jobs throughout the day, then when you clock in, you would be presented with a pop-up that asks you to select your job. You would do that job. Then later on, when you're switching to a different job, you'll click transfer, and then you'll have a pop-up that you can go through and select the next job. At the end of the day, you simply clock out. The other options available to you will be up here under the little cheeseburger, 3 dashes, if you will. And when I click on that, I can see the other options here. My dashboard will return me back to where I clock in and out. My timesheet, I can click on this, and I don't have any in the current pay period that are completed. I click the back arrow, and I can see any of my totals for the prior pay period. Clicking back again. I can also request PTO, which is paid time off. It could be vacation, PTO, sick, or whatever your company observes as far as paid time off. Right here, I can see I've got these that are still pending. I see one here for June 17th that was approved. I see one that was denied. So this lets me keep track of what I've got going on within my PTO requests. I can click here on my bank, and I'll be able to see how many hours I have in my different banks. Once the PTO has been approved, it will remove it from my bank. So to request time off, I can click on the plus up here, choose a date, the number of hours that I want off for that day, and I do have it selected on all day, but if I didn't, I would be able to put in a time that I wanted to start, and then the number of hours if I just wanted a partial day, for instance. So I'm just going to select all day. I'm going to come down and choose my bank. And I see I've got 32 hours remaining in that bank, so that'll be okay. I can leave a note for my supervisor that they'll be able to see, which may help determine whether they can approve or deny it or anything like that. Once this is correct, I click Generate Request. I can review it right here. Once I'm positive everything looks good, I simply click Confirm Request, and that's going to go off for my supervisor to be able to see and approve or deny. That wraps up the tutorial of the employee app. If you have any questions, please see your supervisor.